Shoutime! Oh, Shoutime! Woo! It's been almost a week since Shou took me to explore Chewbacca. Even as the days continue to pass, the memory of my time there continues to stay fresh in my mind. But I haven't seen much of Shou since that day. In fact, seeing him in class today is the first time I have seen him all week. Wow! Oh, I'd be really sad. He's continued to send me texts every day, although they seem somehow distracted. But I've had a lot on my mind too. I've been wondering if I should tell everyone about my past, how I got my powers, and everything that happened to me. But the very thought makes my stomach feel like it's filled with lead. I wonder what the guys would think of me if they know what I really am. To add to it all, I've been seeing much more of the other guys each day. And even though none of them said anything, I'm sure it was Shou who asked them to look after me. The classroom fills with chatter as students start filling in. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see Shou. He's completely absorbed in reading something. It's strange. Seeing him now, it makes me realize how odd it is not to have him with me. Without him around, everything feels so empty and gray, like the world isn't as bright somehow. Yeah, you're smitten. Admit it, Harkura. You're smitten. Which makes sense. He's almost like a literal dose of sunshine sometimes. Oh, yeah. In the back of my mind, I recognize this feeling, but I refuse to name it. I realize that I'm so wrapped up in my own musings that I didn't even notice that the class had started. Looks like no one noticed I was completely spaced out. I decide to push away any distracted thoughts and instead focus on the class. Right, kiddos, I think we're all ready to start out a bit of magic today. Now, not everyone's going to be able to do this, but don't get discouraged if you can't. I sit up straighter at the professor's words. We're doing magic already? I can't help but feel excited hearing that. Recently, I've realized that I've started becoming more enthusiastic at the very prospect of having powers. It's all because of Shou, though. Otherwise, I might still be afraid of losing control. I glance at his profile, wishing I could talk to him. Which of you wants to go first? Multiple hands shoot up before Professor Arden even finishes his question. The professor quickly points to one of the students at the front of the class. Matsuda, right? Go first, then. Matsuda only nods and stands up. She's so cute! I like her pink hair. She holds out her hands in front of her. As she cups her hands, something happens. Water starts to drip from her fingers. The droplets turn into a rush of water. The girl seems so startled that she drops her hands, getting water all over the floor. Professor Arden smiles at Matsuda, and the class gives her an encouraging cheer. Even from all the way up here, I can see her cheeks painted red with embarrassment. Well done, Matsuda. Put a little power in it next time if you want just a handful of water. Even as he says this, he scans over the classroom. I notice his eyes settle on me. Righto, Angel. Show us what you got. Can you do a flame? All eyes are on me. I take a deep breath to help center myself and stand up. I hold my hands out in front of me. Nothing happens. I feel heat rising to my cheeks. Alright, this is nothing to be embarrassed about, Harkura. You can do this. I wonder how exactly Shou managed to create a fire last time. I automatically glance at Shou and I find him looking at me with a smile. Shou. I can't keep my lips from twitching into an easy smile. Now, Angel, try to think of what a flame would feel like. Imagine it coming to ya. I take in the professor's words. What would a flame feel like? A hot, blazing, and wildfire. A gentle, warm, and kind fire. A calm, flickering flame. Small and controlled. A gentle, warm, and kind fire. I tune out the whispers of the classroom and focus on the palm of my hand. As I try to conjure the fire, my mind drifts. My thoughts go to Shou, his seemingly never-ending energy and kindness, his bright and happy smile. Just by being around him, I feel warmer. I smile. A tiny green flame suddenly sparks into life in my hand. It burns bright and fast and quickly goes out. Very nicely done! A perfect size for a beginner! I did it! I brought out my thoughts by the sound of my clapping. Ooh, a green flame. We've got a little blaze in this one too. I startle at the sudden sound. I turn and see Shou clapping for me with the biggest smile on his face. His enthusiasm is contagious and then soon everyone is clapping for me. I could swear my cheeks are what's on fire now. This is so awkward, but I can't help it. I feel happy. I did it. I made my first fire. I feel like it brought me a little closer to Shou too. I want to ask Shou if he wants to hang out today, but he's out the door before I can say a word. I follow after him. By the time I get to the hallway, he's nowhere in sight. Looking for Shou? I turned around to the sound of a familiar voice. Oh, Taku, hi. Yeah, do you know where he disappeared off to? I wanted to talk to him, but he rushed out so fast I couldn't get a chance to say something. Actually, yeah, I think I do. I heard he's got this big drama thing coming up this weekend. I heard some people mentioning that the drama students always put on this big show at the start of each year. Oh, I see, so that's it. I feel a faint stab in my heart. If it's just that, why didn't he tell me? He texts me every day, but he just suddenly forgets to mention something big like this? What if he doesn't want me to know because he doesn't want me to come see him on stage? Bit by bit, doubt creeps into my mind. Hey, don't be sad. I know for a fact that Shou just gets really busy around times like these. Shinji just told me that Shou forgets to talk to even him since he gets so focused on mastering his role. And those two actually live together, so you can imagine. Am I really that obvious, or is Takumi just that good at reading people? I don't have a chance to even open my mouth before Takumi is talking again. Oh, I know. Why don't we hang out instead? There's lots of catching up we gotta do after all. I think out of all of the other guys, Takumi is probably the one that I definitely want to hang out with more. Well, I like the professor guy too. But Takumi would probably be a close third, other than the professor guy. Oh, I just remembered. You have to go fill out some paperwork at the Veritas soon, right? So we can actually just go and hang out there, and I can keep you entertained while you do paperwork. Yeah, see, that's a perfect plan. I can't help it, I start laughing. Simply the fact that he wants to cheer me up is making me feel much better. One thing I like about this is that even if you choose one specific character, like one main character to be your partner, you still interact quite a bit with the other characters. That's really cool. Alright, sounds like fun. Thanks, Taku. The second we walk through the door to Veritas, Galen appears as if out of nowhere and hands me a giant stack of papers. I have to fill out all of these? This is like 200 pages. I'm not sure if I even ask about it, but the sheer amount of paperwork seems more than a little ridiculous. Normally, applicants have to do all of that, but you're already in, so just fill out the last 30 pages. Oh, okay, sure. That's such a relief. If I had to fill in all of that, my hand would be cramping. He points us to an empty seat by the window. While you get that done, I'll send you over some drinks. With our orders sorted, I get to work trying to fill out everything. I wonder if he actually makes anyone fill out all of this. I fish out a pen from my bag and start to work. So when did you actually get back to Japan? I stop writing mid-word and think back to how long it has been. I think it's been almost 8 months now. And how's your mother? You haven't really mentioned her at all. A cold chill runs down my spine. How exactly am I supposed to answer that question? I start to feel like I'm running out of air. Hakura? Mother is fine. She's away right now. Before Taku can question me any further, our orders arrive. A tall glass of vanilla iced coffee is placed in front of me. Thank you, Tatsuya? Yes, it's me. No need to shout. I can't help but feel embarrassed. Sorry, I was just surprised. I didn't mean to yell. Oh, did you know? It's Tatsuya's first day working here. Wait, okay. He glances down at my mountain of paperwork, looking rather annoyed. It looks like that owner is making you do all of that ridiculous paperwork as well. Oh no, he said I only have to do the last 30 pages. From the look on his face, I'm guessing he had to do all 200 pages. Oh, Tatsuya. Well, I have to get back to work. I've also brought you your new uniform, so make sure to wear it when you start work. He places a bundle of clothes on the table and glances at me. By the way, you have good taste in drinks. Tatsuya seems so awkward when he says this. I could swear his cheeks look a little bit pink. I don't dislike Tatsuya. I think he's a little socially awkward. He's just, can be, this whole social cue thing. He has issues with it. I have no problem with it. It's just, he's fine. He's fine. He's still our friend. Before I can say anything, he does a little bow and walks back into the kitchen. He's like the Simon of our group. Takumi unfolds like from Simon from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Takumi unfolds my uniform, checking it out. I think you look super cute in this. Whatever he was going to say gets cut off by a phone ringing. Taku pulls it out of his pocket and immediately excuses himself to go talk outside. With Taku gone, I put all my attention and focus on finishing off the paperwork. I managed to get it all done, but by the time I reach the end, my hand is cramping up horribly. I'm finishing filling out the last few questions when Taku pops back into his seat. Sorry that took so long. My mom called to let me know about something. Anyway, you look like you're all done. Yeah, although I think I might have to amputate my hand. Was everything alright with your mom? My question seems to throw him off. Yeah, she's fine. She's just calling to talk about Yasu. Before you ask, he's doing about the same as he has for the last few years. Oh, that's good. Can you tell him I said hi next time you see him? Yeah, sure, I'll tell him. I pick up my bag off the floor and open it up to put my pen back in my pen case. Also, how are you? I don't see it. Where is it? Oh no, it can't be. I start taking everything out of my bag and placing it on the table. I carefully sift through all of my things. I even check all the extra little sections of my bag. What's wrong, Arkura? I can't find my charm. My sister made it for me and now I don't see it anywhere. Are you sure you didn't leave it at home? No, I'm sure I had it. I saw it in my bag earlier today. And I never take it out because I don't want to lose it. I get a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Takumi looks at me and I can tell he understands how much it means to me. Maybe it fell out of your bag when you reached in to get a pen? It might just be on the floor somewhere. You start looking, I'll go ask Tetsuya. Maybe he found it or someone else did and handed it in. I nod and we get up from our seats at the same time. Takumi walks off towards the kitchen and I start to do a search. With my eyes scanning the floor, I walk around in the mostly empty shop. I even crawl under the tables and chairs, but nothing. Tetsuya said he didn't find anything either. Hearing Takumi's voice behind me, I whirl around in an instant. I can't hide the disappointment from my face. It's gone then. Takumi nods as he sits back down. The bad feeling is getting stronger. Seems like it. Guess you didn't become prone to losing things after you left Japan? I shake my head. Do you remember anyone passing by while I was gone? Is there anything else missing? I quickly look through all my things again. Nothing else is missing. And no, I didn't notice anyone. I was so focused on finishing all the paperwork that I think I just blocked out everything else. We both fall to silence. Takumi stares at his drink, deep in thought. My own mind whirls as I try to figure out where I could have lost my charm. Surely no one actually stole it from me, right? I mean, why would someone steal the charm instead of something like my wallet or my phone? No way. I remember that something like this already happened. My bag disappeared in the park that time. I'm not prone to misplacing things since I check everything a couple times to make sure I don't forget or lose anything. Takumi, there is something. He looks up at me. I have noticed something, or rather, someone. Lately I feel like I've been being watched. And I've seen someone, a girl, staring at me. But before I can approach her, she's gone. Sometimes I don't even see them, but I can feel it. I don't know why or how, but I'm sure of it. Takumi looks pensive. He remains quiet for a few minutes. So this whoever has been watching you for a while? And it's like they took your charm out of your bag? I have a few ideas why they might have, but I can't be sure. Hearing his words doesn't make me feel any better, but it's calming to know that he believes me at least. Being called crazy would not be something I need right now. I'll walk you home. I'll make sure you get there safe tonight. It would seem my happiness doesn't last too long these days. Okay, thank you. I submit my paperwork and Takumi and I say a quick goodbye to Tetsuya before we leave Veritas. I walk to my apartment. The walk to my apartment is an uncomfortably quiet one, as Takumi seems to be just as deep in thought as I am. Who's doing this and why? I'm certain we're both trying to find answers to the same questions. Alone in my apartment, I don't have anyone to distract me. I'm starting to realize that I really might have a stalker. For a chapter that's called Shoutime, there isn't that much Shou in this chapter, but we'll see. The chapter's not done yet. And that's not a happy thought at all. But I can't ignore it anymore. I don't know what to do with myself. Call Shou. I want to cry, scream, and punch something all at the same time. My whole body feels far too tense. I decided to take a quick shower in hopes that it might at least help me relax a little. I get out of the shower, feeling refreshed. I rummage through my drawers to try to find my hairdryer when I notice my phone's LED flashing. I grab my phone and see that Shou messaged me. Takumi told me about your charm, and I'm really sorry to hear it. I'll buy you a new one, though I know that can't come close to replacing the one your sister made for you. But maybe I can help cheer you up. Come see me on stage tomorrow night. Yes! Come see me on stage. I can't keep the smile off my face at the invitation. With just a few simple words, Shou washed away all my previous worries. I immediately text back that I wouldn't miss it for the world. I dropped my phone on the bed and walked to my closet. I've never actually been to see a play before. I wonder what should I wear? Probably the exact same thing you've been wearing this entire story. I start to go through everything in my closet, which is all the same outfit. Just an entire closet filled with the same purple thing. I'm not entirely unaware of why I care so much about what I'm going to wear every time I go with Shou. Not that it matters, because you always wear the exact same thing, and Shou himself wears the exact same thing. But I push any wayward thoughts away for another time and focus on what I'm doing instead. Yep, it's the exact same outfit. No need to think about anything. Just grab that same outfit out of your closet each time. After a relatively calm day of studying and relaxing, I managed to get to the theater with time to spare. This is one thing I would never want to be late for. I don't think I would live through seeing Shou's disappointed face. I look around the crowd and realize that going with my casual clothes was a good choice in the end. If I showed up all dressed up, people might think I'm the star's girlfriend or something. I manage to find my seat with relative ease, and the lights go out just as I sit down. The curtains draw back to reveal a hospital scene. My eyes dart around the stage. I don't see Shou anywhere. Maybe he comes on later? My thoughts are caught off by a deep, confident voice. Oh, Shou! Wow! Looking sharp, buddy! Look at you! Oh, he's so handsome. I like that look on him. Do your job, doctor, or I will have you fired. You better make sure my brother lives through this. What? Shou? All I can do is stare at him standing under the spotlights in that really cool, tight-fitting suit. He looks so completely different from his normal self. Even the way he carries himself and the way he speaks is different. I'll do my best, but I won't have you threatening me in my own clinic. Please, don't even think about attempting your pathetic, heroic drivel on me. This is reality. Here, the only thing that has any meaning is the power of life over life and death. Don't forget that I possess the power and could end you whenever I choose, Doctor. Is that really Shou? He's nothing like the guy I was hanging out with just a week ago. It's called acting, my dear. If I didn't know he was in a play, I might not have recognized him at all. Shou is only playing a supporting role, but his very presence naturally draws your eye to him. What's that saying again? It's like he's born for this. I can hear some excited whispers somewhere behind me. It's no wonder they call him the Drama King. I know, right? He's so cool. I'm tempted to turn around to see who's talking, but I find I'm not willing to look away from Shou. I don't blame you, dear. Ignoring the whispers, I get comfortable in my seat and immerse myself into the play. The play ends with a roaring applause from the audience. I stand with everyone and clap along as the curtains are drawn closed. People start moving out of their seats. Some begin to leave while others move closer to the backstage door to where all the doctors are. I can see Shou surrounded by dozens of people. He looks busy. I'll just go home. I can tell him I enjoy the show later. I gather my bag and coat and start heading out the door. Okay, as a theater person, like, there's nothing as appreciate if you're able to stay after to see the cast. If you come see a show, if you're able to, of course I understand if it's getting late or you've got stuff to do or you don't have time, that's cool. But if you are able to stay after and like say hi to the cast, you know, when they come out of their dressing rooms, that's really appreciated. I definitely appreciate it. It's really cool just, you know, to be able to say hi to the people, you know, especially after they took the time to come see you, you know, to at least say thank you and all that good stuff. Hey, Arkura, wait up! Hearing my name called out, I stop and turn around. I see Shinji wading through the crowds to get to me. Pfft, he's so tall, he just towers over everyone. Hey, Shinji, I didn't realize you'd be here too. Of course, I try to come up to all of Shou's plays. Anyways, about Shou, he was actually hoping you'd come and see him after the play ended. See, don't be so rude, Arkura. Stick around and say hi to him after the show. Oh, I'm not sure. I glance at the large crowd. I can see Shou in the distance, but he seems to be talking to some girl. He looks like he's just fine over there without me. No. Come on, it's okay. Trust me, that guy was super nervous when he realized you would actually be in the audience. Go on, he's waiting for you. Shinji gives me a gentle push towards where Shou is. I gulp, trying to swallow the nervousness rising in me. As I slowly push my way through the crowd, I realize all too late that I should have asked Shinji to help me with this. I can't even see if I'm going the right way. Unsurprisingly, someone elbows me in the ribs. A girl with black hair quickly bows her head and mutters a quiet, "Sorry, oh, you just stole something else from me, did you, thief?" I get a strange sense of familiarity when I look at the girl. But before I get a better look at her, she pushes through the crowd away from me. I hope it wasn't, but no time to deal with that right now. I finally get out of the crowd and nearly walk right into Shou. "Harkura, you came!" He gives me a tight hug. "How was the show? Did you like it?" Oh, I can't stand how adorable Shou looks like in that suit. The suit and the glasses. Oh, I'm a sucker for that. Oh, so handsome, professional. Love it. With Shou's hand still on my shoulders, it's hard to concentrate. Yes, it was amazing. And you were amazing. I actually barely recognized you. You must invite me to any other plays you're in. I don't bother hiding my excitement. Shou is incredible and he deserves all the praise he can get. Thanks, Harkura. I'm so happy you enjoyed yourself. Oh, and I also want to introduce you to my friend, Rika. She's actually the director. And Rika, meet Harkura. She's a very good friend of mine. Shou smiles as he introduced me to the girl I saw him talking to before. Hello, nice to meet you, Rika. Sure. So you're the girl Shou won't shut up about. Yes? Rika inspects me head to toe. She doesn't seem physically intimidating, but something about the way she looks at me gives me chills. Are you sure you aren't just one of his groupies? Shou is a very talented actor, and he... I'm about to tell her off, but Shou intervenes just a second before I open my mouth. Well, anyway, I've got to walk Harkura home now. A chorus of disappointed voices surround us. Oh, really? The party's not the same without you, man. Yeah, really? You sure don't want to stay? Yeah, but I'll be back later. So see ya. With those parting words, he takes my hand and walks me outside. We walk down the quiet street and hand in hand under the billions of tiny shimmering stars. I look up at the sky and smile. It's still so unbelievable to be able to see the stars in the sky. I glance at Shou, who looks focused on the road ahead. He's still holding my hand. Don't do anything, let go of his hand, keep holding his hand. I give Shou's hand a little squeeze, and I can see a little smile form on his face. Although he remains focused on the road ahead of us, I do notice him glance back at me briefly. I absentmindedly intertwine our fingers and look on ahead. I can't help but notice how warm his hand is. His skin is so soft. I can feel my heart begin to race. I'm thankful for the relative darkness of the night, knowing that he can't see my cheeks turning red. Hey, I look up at Shou, wondering if he could somehow sense what I was thinking. I wanted to say, I'm sorry. I know I said it already, but I should have found more time to be a better partner for you. No, it's okay, I understand. It's so great, though, that you were able to make that flame in class. You're improving really fast. Thank you, but you helped me a lot with that. Did I? Good, then I haven't been completely failing my duties. He says this as a joke, but I can feel the sadness behind the words. I gently squeeze his hand and smile. I've been practicing alone, but I think I have more progress when I'm with you. Well, maybe we could practice together sometime soon. Really? You don't mind? He looks so happy. Of course I don't mind. Then, are you busy tomorrow? Maybe we could meet up. Sure, tomorrow sounds perfect. Great, then it's a date. The date? Oh, my heart pounds in my chest. Oh, look at that wink. Look at that wink. Oh, Shou, you're such a charmer. Quiet heart. He doesn't mean it like that. He's winking at you, and come on, you've been holding his hand, squeezing it. You've been walking, holding hands. Come on, Harkura. After that, we walk to my apartment, building it in a comfortable silence. Although my heart doesn't start drumming against my ribs, no matter how much I try to calm myself down, it doesn't seem to work. And yet, I feel happy. I lie in my bed, staring at the ceiling. I examine the hand that Shou held. I got to see Shou tonight. I can still feel how my hand felt in Shou's. I think I'm starting to really fall for him. Yes! Shoutime!